Hey y'all, what's poppin'? What's good? Your girl Simone, aka the Black Queen, and I am back with another YouTube video. If you're new to my channel, sis, what's poppin'? If you're a returning subscriber, sis, what's good? So on my channel, I talk about beauty, fashion, and lifestyle. And today we're gonna get into some things, okay? We're gonna talk about a lifestyle video. We're gonna talk about let's get ready for the summertime, okay? You know the summertime is approaching. We all wanna look cute and sexy in our swimsuits. We wanna keep flat stomachs, and it's March, so we don't got that much time, right? Even me myself, I definitely have been missing a lot of days in the gym. I've been eating decent, whatever, but I just wanted to provide you guys with some tips and tricks on keeping a flat stomach. I have always gotten compliments about, oh, how do you keep a flat stomach and this and that. So I wanted to provide you guys with some of the things that I do and hoping that it will help like your body in keeping a flat stomach, because I know there's all these little things that y'all can do, but I'm just gonna give you guys my tips since like y'all asked me off of Instagram. So yeah, let's get into it. But before I start that, make sure you guys come connect with me on social media. My personal Instagram is the black__queen. I am currently taking a little bit of a break from social media at the moment. Just trying to get my mind and my mental health right. And I can't wait to share that journey with you. That's coming in a future video. And then also come shop with me, sis. Come, let me get you right. So my lashes and a couple other gorgeous pieces are available at my site, shopandsaid.com. So I'll leave all this stuff in the description box below. And the Instagram, the business page is shop_unsaid. And like I said, I'll leave all this information in the description box below. Orders go out the same day that they're placed, so make sure you guys come shop with me, okay? So let me stop doing all this hooting, howling, and rambling and just get into today's video, right? Okay, so I'm gonna insert what I'll insert some pictures here and along in the video to show you guys how like flat my stomach is. So I currently have on a body. So I have on a bodysuit right now. This is kind of like how flat my stomach is. It's pretty flat, right? It's really nothing going on. I don't have any waist trainer or anything like that, but it's pretty decent, right? All I gotta do is work out on like my waist, because that's what I feel like I'm having trouble in, right? But there's a lot of prep work that you got to do in order to keep a flat stomach, right? So just to give you some background information, I did used to be an athlete prior to. I used to be on the swim team and the tennis team in college, right? But when I was in college, I had to be like, what, 20, 22, 21? Now I'm 27. I'm about to be 27 years old. And I would still say I'm still in the best shape in my 20s than I was when I was like a teenager. So I would say like I still eat the same type of dietary things, and I'm about to go over that with y'all guys. So one thing that I do in the morning, I always drink coffee. So the coffee, I always used to love like coffee from Dunkin' Donuts, but I realized it has a lot of sugar in it. So I started to make a lot of my coffee at home. So I would take any like Dunkin' Donuts coffee, whatever, and like little like caramel. I wouldn't pour a lot though. I would pour it enough to just that it doesn't taste bitter and it's not too strong. So coffee helps me use the bathroom, and I feel like anything that helps you alleviate your body is something that you should do. It's like almost like a detox. So that's tip number one, coffee. Tip number two is apple cider vinegar. So I take these pills, I would say probably 3 times a week. One day, Monday, Wednesday, Friday, right? Or there's the apple cider vinegar bottle that I have, and I'll pour like literally a little bit in a smoothie that I'll make, or I'll pour it in something to disguise the taste, because it's such a bitter and disgusting taste. You guys can also try Goli. I personally did not like Goli, and I'll leave a link to it in the description box below to my Amazon link, so you guys can go check that out. I personally didn't feel like the Goli things worked for my body, but it may work for yours, and everything is really just trial and error. Like I said, I'm showing you guys what works for me. Another thing that I also do is detox. If you guys watched my previous video, I did a review on a black-owned business. This is called Organic JUSU. It's like organic juices. So I did a 7-day detox. I don't normally do this, but I feel like to jumpstart your body, this is something that I would recommend, especially if your stomach is not as flat as mine, or you have a little bit more pudginess. I would definitely do that. Another thing that I do use is this Ballerina Tea. This Ballerina Tea is from Amazon. This is something that in the DMV you cannot find. I used to get all the, like in New York, they sell these at like the Sea Towns. They sell these at the Fine Fairs, at the Key Foods. They sell these at those stores in New York. But when I got down here in the DMV in Baltimore and DC, they didn't have these. So I would order these off of Amazon. They're more cheaper in the store, obviously, but I do feel like these work. These do have a very bitter taste to it, so I do suggest adding honey or adding lemon. So another thing that I also do is I have water and lemon all the time. When I go out to, and you guys, any guy that's ever dated me or any person that I pop out with, they know Simone is going to be drinking water and lemon. Try your best when you go, sorry guys, I just spit it. But try your best when you go outside to stay away from like alcohol. That has so many calories. And if you know me, you know I do not drink. I don't drink for several reasons. Not only because it's too many calories that I'm digesting, that I'd rather eat than drink. That too, I don't like how I get very like sleepy and very like I start being more goofier than usual when I'm drunk or when I'm drinking, so I prefer not to. And 3, I just need to be aware of what's going on. I could have a little glass of wine and I'm already sitting here like, where am I? And I just cannot do that. Another thing that I do wear, I do not, let me say y'all this. So I do waist train. I waist train, and I currently cannot find the one that I use when I work out. I think it's downstairs, but I do like at least once a week, twice a week sleep in this. And for some reason, like in my room and in my bed, it gets extremely hot. It's no AC, no heater on or nothing like that. I get extremely hot and I'm always sweating. So in the middle of the night, I do end up taking this off. It is a little bit uncomfortable because of the Velcro, but I think because of the manufacturing of this particular one, the Velcro doesn't really match. But the company of this is KB Fit. I think this is, I'm really hoping and praying that this is a black-owned company when I purchased this, because I purchased this a very long time ago, but this is something that I sleep in. And this is also something that you've seen a lot of the black girls, the black celebrities that were from Love and Hip Hop wear. So this is something that you can try out. And then you guys also know the traditional waist trainers, right? So the traditional waist trainers that you can get off of Amazon and stuff like that. I'm going to put a link to like some like black-owned ones that you guys can like go and purchase and try out. The one I had is kind of old, but it still does its trick. And I'm on, like right now I'm currently living on a budget because I want to live on a budget and I just want to see my money grow in my account and, you know, invest and get things popping for myself. So I'm not trying to spend a whole bunch of money right now and stay in my budget. But once I reach my financial goal for like hopefully by June, that's when I can, you know, do a little bit more. But right now we're on a financial diet. I don't know what tip this is, but I hope you guys are just taking notes. And what I'll do for you guys, I'll type everything in the description box below what I've done. So another tip that I do, and I don't know if this will be beneficial to everyone depending on your body. Please also remember, I am not a dietitian. I am not a doctor, guys. I'm only a person with my MSW just sharing tips. But another tip that I do, as soon as I wake up, I stretch. I do either, if I like, because sometimes I'll fall asleep in the couch downstairs and my cousins will be upset, but you know, we all fall asleep on the couch. Or I'll wake up out of my bed and I'll do like a 15 to 20 minute stretch. I feel like that really activates my body. And depending on, there's certain stretches that you can do that you can YouTube. But I feel like I don't really work on my core, but I still feel like it works out the whole body. And once your whole body's worked out, everything kind of intertwines. So, and maybe what I'll do one day, I'll do a routine, like a get morning ready routine with me. But I don't have that video up right now at the moment. Or because I'm really not in the gym like that, I do lay on my yoga mat downstairs and I do a couple of sit-ups. It's really nothing strenuous, but it's something that I do, right? I would do this, I would incorporate this into my my little workout routine. So I'll put a link to everything that I do. So sometimes what I'll do is I'll YouTube like a quick 30-minute intense workout video that works out like the stomach, but sometimes I won't be able to finish the whole thing, so I'll do half of that and then I'll do like 500 jump ropes. And then after that, that would probably, like, it just depends on the day. That's usually the end of it, or I'll end it with a stretch. but I try my best to do it at least 3 times a week, at least, right? Sometimes it is 2, depending if I have my menstrual or whatever, but most of the majority of the time it's 3. And if I do not do what I just did, I will take a break, like my lunch break, and I will go walk in my park for literally 30 minutes. Put it on a timer, and I feel like also that's just a way to, that's a lazy workout, but it's a workout. So these are just some tips and tricks that I use. I don't think I'm really missing anything at the moment. I don't eat any white breads. I don't buy chips. I don't buy cookies, and I don't buy ice creams, right? If I have I literally just came from a date and I had ice cream for the first time, I would say probably since what? July? June? You have to be very, very mindful what you take in, because you just have to be very, very mindful, especially if you don't work out that much. You just have to be very, very, very mindful about what you put into your body. Try your best to eat more fruits and vegetables. Like, I have a whole bunch of nuts in the house. Nuts that you can eat, like the cashews and stuff like that, and the craisins and stuff that come in the little individual baggies. I feel like it makes it more fun to eat healthy for me. So like I said, no more, unless it's also, I'm gonna just show you this, unless I'm on my menstrual, like I said, I'll get like a Reese's piece, like the 2-piece buttercup thing, but normally I don't purchase that. If I do feel like I'm having a sweet tooth, water and lemon. Water, ladies, I'm telling you, it's time for us to take care of our bodies, our minds, and our souls. And these are just some tips that I do. I think also taking a vitamin C and a multivitamin, I don't know if that helps with people's metabolism. I do feel like it just helps me overall, and maybe you need something to jumpstart your metabolism, so that is something that I do recommend. But make sure you guys go talk to your medical care provider, because once again, I am not a doctor. So yeah, so those are just a few tips and tricks. Those are just a few tips and tricks that help me keep a very flat stomach. This is something that I've done repeatedly throughout like my whole life. Like, I have no surgery. Yeah, and I'm pretty like decent. I'm pretty okay. Yeah. Thank you guys so much for watching. Make sure you guys come connect with me on Instagram. My personal Instagram, once again, is the black__queen. And then my business page is shop_unsaid. I look forward to connecting with you guys and making more videos. Make sure you guys like, comment, and subscribe. Please comment down below what tips you can offer somebody else to help keep their stomach flat. Because, you know, sometimes it's coming, ladies. We need to keep it together, okay? Period. And I will see you guys in my next video, guys. Take care, stay safe, wear your mask, and come shop with me.